This is Danny Bonaducci, and you are listening to InYourHeadOnline.com.
All right, welcome to In Your Head Wrestling Radio. I am the internet icon, handsome Jackie Jones, along with my right-hand man.
1-inch biceps, the power goat.
Oh, man. And right off the bat, we've got the guest tonight. We've got a little technical problem, so if you can't hear Inch or too good, we're sorry. But we do have Harry Smilak himself, Dirk Benedict.
Harry Smilak here, yeah. Hiding out. I'm hiding out. I would tell you where I am, but then I'd have to move, and I'd have to change my address.
Yeah, the captain might.
Things have been tough since I was in my heyday, yeah.
Do you still keep up with the wrestling?
With Harry? No, I don't. Not really. I don't know. I do all my wrestling in private in my bedroom, and that's the only wrestling I do anymore or follow.
Yeah. Do you ever record that?
It gets all my attention. What?
Do you ever record that possibly for like a DVD release?
There you go. Why didn't I think of that? Yeah. Why couldn't I think of that? Harry Smilak's comeback. You know, I sometimes walk down the street. You know, I was on the A-Team, and I was in Battlestar. Those two shows I'm known for. And there's other movies. But I swear, for a movie that was never released, that was never in the video stores, was never on CD, well, maybe it was in video, I don't know. But I walk down the streets, and every now and then somebody will yell, "Hey, Harry Smilak! Smilak!" And I'll turn, and some guy, it's always gives me a thumbs up. And it's funny because they're not the kind of fans that want your autograph, or they just go, "Hey, Smilak." They just, because it was the kind of character people, most people listening probably didn't see the show, but it was the kind of character that's really, really fun to hang out with. I mean, he had no scruples. He did in the end of the movie, of course, he kind of stepped up, but he would sell his own mother if he thought he could. So it's like, It was so much fun to make that film. It's one of the few really regrets I have in my career is that film never got a public viewing.
Why wasn't it released at the theaters?
Well, that was made for Orion Pictures. They made 3 pictures that year. They made Hoosiers with Gene Hackman, and they made a Platoon. What's his face? Oliver Stone's Platoon, right. And they made Bodyslam, and Bodyslam was going to be the popcorn summer release, big release. That's the one that they were excited about. I mean, because it was turning out well. When we were filming, it was funny. I mean, it was just funny. It was really working. I mean, Hal Needham directed it, Smokey and the Bandits and Cannonball and all those. And he and I just got on like mustard in a hot dog. I mean, we were just, and we laughed, and the wrestlers were so great. It had all this energy. Roddy Piper was fabulous, and Tanya Roberts was perfect for that role. So it was just clicking, and every day we would laugh all day long, and it got lost in a lawsuit. When the movie was over, there was a fight amongst the original producers. Didn't like the fact that Hal and I changed their script so much. We rewrote most of it. And sometimes right on the spot, we go, I did a lot of rewriting. And so they went into a lawsuit. They wanted to take the film back and re-edit it. And Hal said, no way. And he didn't have final cut. But something happened. It ended up in a vault for years. So it was supposed to come out, I think, in 89. You might know better than me. I think 89.
86 was made.
Huh?
86.
86.
Right. Well, it was made in 86. Maybe
but it was to come out in 87 then. I think the release was for the summer of 87. Yeah, that was the summer of that Hoosiers came out, I think, summer of 87. Yeah. I could be wrong, but doesn't matter. Anyway, it's out there. I never, I called Hal. Hal was brokenhearted. I mean, we got together a number of times and just, I kept saying to him while we were filming, I said, Hal, are you sure? Do you have final cut? Because we are changing some of this stuff, and these guys don't look happy because they come on the set. Mm-hmm. I actually got in a fist fight with one of them. Only time it's ever happened to me. I grabbed this one producer. He was a big weightlifter guy, and he was giving Hal a bad time, and I just grabbed him and I lost it. Leave this guy alone. Because he was doing such a great job.
Yeah. You said
so I don't know. I don't know what happened legally. I mean, the end of it was it just never got released. So that's why I'm talking to you guys.
Mm-hmm. You said you had a lot of fun on the set. Like a lot of wrestlers are notorious for like ribs, playing jokes on everybody. Was there any of that going on?
Yeah, my part was quite large, and I was working hard and long days, and I had to get my rest. I didn't go out and party, but they did every night. Mm-hmm. I mean, I forget the name of those two guys that played the tag team, that one tag team. The Barbarians.
Oh, Barbarian and Tijo Khan.
Yeah. Oh my God. I mean, I was sitting in my room one night I was going to sleep. It was about 11, 12 o'clock at night. Now, this one of those guys had a real crush on the cocktail waitress in this huge hotel that we were all staying in, and every night we go in there, have a drink after work, and then he hung out there, and he just had a huge crush. He was kind of like in the movie, he was he didn't talk much, right. And he just followed her around and followed her around and followed her around, and he was harmless, but he just had this, and so it was kind of like a running joke. We'd tease him, so how's it going? So one night, I wake up, I forget her name, it was like Sophie, and I hear this loud voice, Sophie! And then boom! Sophie! Boom! And the wrestler, the guy was going from down, he was trying to find what room she was in, he was really drunk, and he'd go from door to door, and he would yell her name, and then smash the door. So they called all the cops. We were shooting in San Bernardino. All of a sudden, there's like 6 cop cars. By the time I get dressed and get out there, they got him. They have him cuffed. He didn't fight back. They grabbed him. They cuffed him. They maced him. I was there when they sprayed mace on him because he was starting to resist a little bit. He was so, and this when he had cuffs on at this point, but he started to, and then maced him, and he ate the mace. They sprayed it in his face, and he just started like opening his mouth and like, give me more, go ahead, mace me. And as they took him to the car, as he went by the windshield of the police car they're going to put him in, he smashed his head on the front windshield and shattered it. It just shattered.
Did you like?
So the next morning, I'm in makeup at 7 o'clock, and there he is. They had to go. Oh my God! I mean, hell had to get. I had to pay. They had to get him out of jail. And then there he is, and the artists are putting, like, latex on it and makeup because he's got, like, 12 stitches in his head, and they're covering it all up so much. I said, so, hey, did you have a good time last night? He just looked at me and smiled and nodded. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I don't know if you're aware of this, but Mr. Kim's bodyguards, Wild Samoans, one of those Alpha, was the guy who trained Mickey Rourke for his role in The Wrestler.
No way.
Yep.
The Samoan?
Yeah, Alpha the Wild Samoan. They played the two big Samoans. They're kind of like twins, and
yeah,
they ripped the car door off your car. One of those is the guy that trained Mickey Rourke.
No kid. Well, one of those is the one I'm talking about. I don't know which one.
Yeah,
it was one of those. Mm-hmm. I forget. Yeah.
It's
been 20 years. No, I'm glad to hear that. That's good. I haven't seen that movie yet. I'm dying to see it. I can't wait.
Great.
God, I wish we could have Bodyslam as a warm-up.
Exactly.
That would be a shock.
Now there was
one wrestling movie. Somebody should have a wrestling movie film festival. I don't know how many have been made, but
yeah, you got that. You got No Holds Barred, and No Holds Barred. The Zeus, who's Tiny Lister, he went on to wrestle Hulk Hogan, and
right.
Mickey Rourke's going to be wrestling on WrestleMania this year. Was there any talks like that you would be involved in, actual wrestling at any point?
The movie never got released. Nobody knew it was made.
Right.
In wrestling circles, I would bump into people in the wrestling business. They go, "What the hell? What happened?" And of course, Captain Lou. We stayed in touch a little bit. He just passed away, didn't he?
No, he's still alive.
Oh, great! I'm glad to hear that. He was a piece of work. Oh my God! He had those rubber bands that went through his cheeks.
Right.
And they actually went through his cheeks. So there's a one scene where he's chasing me around the ring, and then he gets me, and I reach up. Harry reaches up and grabs one of those and rips it out of his face. So I went to Lou. I said, we're getting ready to shoot. I said, you got to go to makeup and have him put one of those under latex. I'll never know, and I'll pull that. No, just pull it out. I go, oh, no, Lou, that's silly. They won't be able to tell. No. Just pull it up. This is real. We got to do this, isn't it? So I did. I reached up and yanked it out, and a piece of flesh came, and the blood flowed. Oh, that's great. He was funny. He was like that. Oh man, that scene with oh God, I just went blank. He's a good friend too. The guy that played the talk show host.
Oh, Charles.
And we had Charles Nelson Riley and Billy Barty and me and Captain Lou. Oh my God, they were so funny. They kept calling me a faggot.
Yeah.
And a faggot. And there I was. You remember Harry's wardrobe?
Oh yeah, I was going to ask you about that. Do you keep any of those same clothes?
I did. I kept the black leather pants as a memento. But that was my idea. I said, I want this guy as a peacock. I want him, and it's over the top. It's just like the wrestlers will take one look at this. It's a little fey, it's a little swishy. It's like, right. Come on, what is this? The ascots and the thing, and then a little cute. It's so cute. And of course, I played him as a complete coward. I mean, he's just terrified of physical violence. And he was. He ended up in the wrestling world. Oh my God!
Did you watch any?
And he was such a chicken. He dressed up as a girl just to hide.
I was going to ask you though. Was that the only time you ever dressed in drag?
Well, in the movies, I do it every Thursday night. When I'm in Hollywood, every Thursday night after 9.
I can tell into that.
But you mean in the movies? No,
yeah.
The first time I ever got paid to do it.
Mm-hmm. No,
you're not laughing. That's supposed to be funny.
Oh,
what do you think? Hey, 1 inch is laughing, but it's a 1 inch laugh, so.
Yeah. Is there
it's a
like
chortle. No, I let me think. Yes, I had. I think I did once in the A-Team. God, I have to think. Not too much, The problem is I looked too good as a girl, so it was too scary.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I was afraid I might like it.
Right. Did you watch?
You know what I'm saying.
Did you watch any of the managers? Any other managers to get into the role?
No, because I wasn't really a wrestling manager, so that wouldn't work.
That's true.
That role was made to order for me. I changed it a lot from what it was. I made him a lot of the things I'm talking about. Just what I did on the script. It wasn't that funny. He wasn't that funny. Mm-hmm. I made him like kind of a chicken and a total. It was there that he was a scam artist. I mean, he was a scam artist, but I made him completely off balance always. I mean, he was always like just one step ahead of, or maybe not. And pompous. Really, I made him kind of pompous. Really over the top, full of crap. Just. And so he runs into these real people. Roddy Piper with his little girl. I mean, they're real people. And he's such a schmuck. He makes me laugh thinking about it. I know people like that from Hollywood. He was like a really, really upscale William Morris agent.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you think there's anything like any fans could do to try to get the movie released on DVD?
Oh, I think so. I don't know who owns it is the problem. It's probably pretty easy to find out who now owns it. Obviously, somebody's got it. They don't know that if they thought it would make money. I did another film with Linda Blair that I'm also proud of, and it never got released for similar reasons, called Ruckus, with Linda Blair, Ben Johnson, Richard Farnsworth, an action film, kind of an action comedy, but with a serious underbelly. And that movie was, I forgot the name of the distribution company, but they bought it and they did a CD, and I went down and did commentary with the director and with Linda Blair, told a bunch of fabulous stories, and it's done really well. I don't have a piece of it, but I just wanted people to see it. And it's done really well. Ruckus, R-U-C-K-U-S. The wrestling world is so huge. Mm-hmm. If there was people of influence there, whom got a campaign or just and contacted the people that
it definitely has a cult following.
That own it, you know. That's a good thought, you know.
Yeah. If people do want to see it, you can actually, if you can find the VHS copy, which is kind of hard to find, you probably have to find
somebody gave me one.
Rental. Yeah.
And so I have one. It's, you know, my kids had never seen it because I didn't have it. And then, well, they wanted to watch. I don't know. We were sitting around. They were in their teens then, so. And they were born in '88. They're born after the movie was made, so it was like. And I had got this copy, and I said, "Hey, guess what?" And I showed it to them. It's their favorite film of any film I've made. They showed it to their buddies.
Yeah.
They go, "Hey, you want to see a movie my dad made?" And I listened to them. You know, they're downstairs watching it. They laughed so damn hard. They just howl. And I thought that movie, if it had been made, would have done really, really well in the theaters in the summer. Yeah, especially the timing. It was just when wrestling was starting to really emerge.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and you know, I worked with Hulk the year before. I'd worked with, was it right after that, in the A-Team. He did an A-Team or two.
Mm-hmm. And, of course, Mr. T wrestled with Hogan in WrestleMania.
Yeah. And Roddy Piper, I'm a huge fan of his. He went on and did more films, and he was a real guy. A real guy. Really liked him.
He was an excellent movie.
Huh?
They Live's a great movie. That's a big movie, They Live.
He's really smart. You got to be smart in any business to make it. I mean, this whole idea that, you know, you think, oh, this must be stupid because they do all that. It's not true. That was the one thing about all of them. All of them. They're all very intelligent. They're smarter than most actors.
Did that surprise
you? They are actors. I mean, they have that performing gene.
Yeah.
You know, they're performers. They perform, so they understand it. They get it.
Were they open about what wrestling? Were they open to you, or did they try to protect the wrestling business? You know, when you're making the movie, and tell you it was like a legit sport, or were they open?
Well, in the beginning, they protected it very much. As they got to know me, they were more open. But I didn't. You know, I mean, they were more. I don't mean in terms of talking about the business. I just mean as accepting me into their group. You know, they liked me. You know, because I adored them, all of them. I mean, I loved working with him as an actor because it was just rich. And Roddy, of course, immediately he and I hit it off. We're very, very similar, actually. He gave me a beautiful gift. He gave me a shotgun, a beautiful double-barrel, Damascus barrel, black powder shotgun.
Yeah,
on the last day. What was I going to say? Oh, here's a story. This is a great story. The big wrestling scene was shot in San Bernardino Auditorium, and there was, thousands of extras, and it was the Samoans against Roddy and the Samoan. So we were filming that, and we had to do shots. You had to do it over and over and over for the camera. Mm-hmm. So the audience started to laugh a little bit. They go, oh, they're not really hitting each other. Oh, look, they laugh. Because they had to get closed up in the overs, and it was a long battle, and Hal was covering it. We were there all day. So I'm sitting in the auditorium. I'm sitting there smoking a cigar as always, and I don't know, watching it, and all of a sudden I get distracted, and then there's this commotion. Oh, I'm sitting with Hal Needham. That's what it was. They were setting up, and all of a sudden the audience starts to go, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, and Roddy has gotten into it with one of the Samoans. I mean, for real. I mean, they're going after it, and it starts simple. It's just words, and then there's a couple, and then they just push, and then the Samoan hits Roddy. I mean, he hits him. So Hal uses the F word. Because he can see his movie going down the toilet. He goes, oh my God. He jumps, and Hal weighs about $150. But he's pretty spry. He's an old stunt guy. He's through the ropes. He's up there. He tries to get between them. They just grab him and toss him, and they go after each other.
Yeah.
And they go at it. And then finally, that other wrestlers kind of separated me. And there's blood. I mean, there's blood on both of them. But it was scary. So in fact, we had to stop shooting for a while, and then Roddy went away, and he was enraged, and so was the other guy. So then I see Roddy later that evening. I said, Roddy, man, what the hell happened? He asked me if they let me in. I said, Roddy, what happened? Jesus, God, are you all right? He looks at me. He just looks at me, and then he starts to smile. And I go, no, you're kidding me. He says, yeah. He said, that was all make believe. He said, we did that because of what was going on there. We had to get him back.
Yeah.
We had to get him back. So he says, we actually weren't hitting each other. But I said, well, he said, yeah, we were hitting each other, but it was, I said, well, Hal's an old stunt director, and I've done the A-Team for 4.5 years. I know throwing punches when you hit them, but you pull it. You actually make contact, but you pull it. So I didn't see that, and look at you. You got your lips split. He said, yeah, but it was nothing. I said, holy shit. So I said, well, you got me. You got me. Yeah. Totally. Got Hal. And I don't think they told anybody else. I don't think they told Hal. I didn't tell anybody. I'm telling it now because it's 20 years later, but I didn't say anything.
Yeah.
So even that, they because you can't hit somebody that hard. You'd break teeth.
Right.
I guess when you think about it, but I don't know. It was wild. It was exciting. I went, oh my God.
Well, you can actually watch it right now. I'll put the link up on our website. You can watch it at Hulu.com, which is HULU.com. This is not a pirate site or anything. They actually have free movies and TV shows.
How cool!
Yeah, Bodyslam is currently on there.
Why doesn't somebody contact Hulu and find out how they got the rights to do that?
Right. Maybe
they had to get the rights from somebody who owns that film.
Exactly. People in our chat room, they're saying that they would like to start a campaign, so maybe we can start something up, and we can get everyone to send an email and try to get Bodyslam the movie released on DVD.
Well, can you imagine these stories? And there's and then Roddy's got stories, and you get all the wrestlers and Captain Lou, and do a commentary and tell stories. And Tanya Roberts, she what?
I said that'd be great.
Yeah, it'd be great. It'd be good.
Yeah.
And it was,
like you said, it's got a great cast. And all the wrestlers in it.
Yeah, it's a movie that works. It's fun and it's funny. And it's touching. It's got a little story, nice little story. Yeah. It's one of my very, very few regrets.
Yeah. Well, hopefully we can help get it out on DVD. They put everything else on DVD. Why not Bodyslam the movie?
No kidding. It's a forgotten movie. I mean, there are movies that get forgotten and then come out. I'm trying to think of when they come out 5, 10, 15, 20 years later and are discovered.
There's definitely a cult following for the movie.
Yeah.
Maybe more than
I would spearhead getting all the, Roddy I know would do it, and I'm sure Lou would do it. I would get in touch with Tanya and get people to get together in a studio to record, tell all the stories. And Hal still, what?
Hey. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, I've been on hold for 6 minutes.
Is this Armando?
Yes, you told me 7:30. You lied to me.
Oh my God! Sorry, Armando.
Welcome to show business.
I'm just kidding. I didn't mean to interrupt. Continue.
No, it's all right. Well, we told Dirk we'd keep him on 20 minutes, and we've had him on 25, so we lied to him too.
Right,
oh my God!
Continue. I didn't know if you guys could hear me.
Yeah. Did you have a question about Bodyslam the movie, or for Dirk?
Yeah, is it still available on VHS?
If you can find
I doubt it.
Jack,
you know that answer, don't you?
You can actually find it on Amazon.com.
Oh, that's true. Go to Amazon.
Mm-hmm. But it's only used copies.
Only used copies, I see. Yeah. Well, I didn't know if you guys could hear me. I called in, and next thing I know, I could hear Dirk, and I can hear you guys, and I'm just like, okay, let me put myself on mute. And next thing you know, you
professional show here. You just call in and just start talking. But, no, that's all right.
Wow, can the fans do that too?
I guess they could, but they're a little more well-behaved, I guess.
So anybody can call that number, and then they're on the air.
Yeah, we're having some technical problems here tonight, but
you guys should have a filtering system, guys. But go ahead, finish up with Dirk, and I can call back, or I'll just I'll mute myself.
We'll probably be finishing up here with Dirk, because we've had him longer than the 20 minutes.
My apologies, Mr. Face.
No problem. Thanks for calling, and thanks for watching, and thanks for remembering who I am.
That's Armando Estrada's former WWE manager and wrestler.
Oh, really?
Yes.
That's who that was?
Exactly.
I couldn't hear very well. There was all that scrambling noise, that underwater noise.
He managed Umaga, who is actually related to a lot of the Samoans in the movie.
Really?
Exactly.
Well, I hope if he's listening, says hi. If he runs into either of the guys that were in the show,
right?
Says hi on my behalf. I'm glad to hear one of them trained Mickey in that film.
Yeah, that's pretty wild. But we want to thank you for coming on tonight. Sorry we kept you.
Thanks for having me. Thanks for remembering the movie, and send me an email if you get find any way to get that out on DVD.
Definitely.
Okay. All the best.
Thanks, man. Thanks, Harry.
Yeah. All the best. Cheers. Bye.
Cheers. Bye.
This is Smo Joe, and you're listening to InYourHeadOnline.com.